Hello and welcome to this video, part 2 on the use of Doculam as a covering material, and in this part I'll be demonstrating how to apply tissue over the Doculam. But before I do that, confession time. So yesterday I made a video of the covering process for this Debutante. And as you can see, I got a load done. The tail covered, the wings covered. And in the process of doing that, I had about 3 or 4 failures, which were quite enlightening, actually. I think you sometimes learn from mistakes more than you learn from when it goes perfectly well first time, because you don't really know why it worked. Anyway, just to top the day, after eventually getting everything covered, I deleted the files. So what I'm going to do now is do a little short demonstration of what I discovered yesterday. I'll sort of reenact what I found out and what works and what doesn't, and my view on the best technique. It's not the only technique and it's not the way a lot of people do it, but anyway, let's get started. I hope you can see here that I've actually achieved a nice finish. Mistake I made here was putting the blue over the top of the orange, so it's a sort of purpley colour. That's fine, but I haven't done the same on the tail, so that's more blue. But I think I'm just going to have to live with it. I don't fancy pulling this off. I had a mare of a day yesterday, and it started because I wanted to try something I hadn't done before, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, I would recommend that people experiment and try things out. I would never have discovered how to use dress lining if I hadn't taken that approach. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to try using polyurethane varnish. I know a number of people who use it. It purports to be fuel-proof against diesel, which is an attraction. And tissue over Doculam, I thought this'll work. Well, it does in a fashion. And I think the problem that I discovered was a lot depends on the quality of the tissue paper. If the tissue paper, excuse me while I move the rulers, if the tissue paper isn't of the best quality, you can end up in a world of pain because it lacks any sort of wet strength at all. The first thing I did, I'm just using it's a scrap tail surface from a model. The first thing I tried doing, I'm not going to do it because it doesn't work, was to put some Pritt stick around the edges, overlay the tissue, spray it with water, let it dry out, and you get a drum tight finish, and that looks great, and then apply the polyurethane varnish, and that was absolutely disastrous. Cockled up really badly, and you couldn't stretch it back out. And I know it's going to dry, but it was horrendous. So I had another go. That wasn't much better, and that was because the tissue was ripping. And what I'm going to show you here is what I've eventually found works with this technique if you want to use polyurethane varnish. So the first thing to do is to lay down the tissue. This is just a piece of scrap, so it's left over. So you wet the surface, and then you try very gently. This is the issue I had with this tissue, is very gently to get it as taut as you can and get all of the wrinkles out, and that's important before you start applying any varnish at all. And the way to do that is to simply gently brush over it. And somewhere amongst all this lot, I've got a fan brush, which I found useful. So you just tease out the wrinkles. It's not wet enough, it won't work. And very gently brush them all out. Now, as I say, the issue I think with this particular approach is it works, but only if you use good quality tissue. And this is, I would say, pretty average. It's not the worst. It's JP, which I got from Leeds Model Shop. They stock up a whole range of other tissues. I just picked this one out because of the vibrant colours. However, as I discovered, it's not very forgiving in being handled wet. So the first thing you have to do is to get the surface wrinkle free. Then, while still wet, you add on the varnish. I'm just looking for something to open this tin. Move that one out of the way, it's casting a shadow. So, get your varnish. And apply it over the surface. Now, the reason I'm not keen on this as a technique is because this is just the start of the process. You have to keep working it. You have to keep looking at it, watching it. And as it begins to dry, you have to watch for any wrinkles reappearing into the surface. Now, the Doculam that I've got on here hasn't been applied in the best way possible. I just quickly threw some on and didn't take a lot of time. I did it last night when I realised I'd corrupted the files. So that doesn't help the process. But that's basically what you have to do. You can't leave it. You have to keep an eye on it. And if you see any wrinkles appearing, you have to tease them out and work them out. So this was an afternoon spent of trial and error before I realised this was the way you had to do it. And that does produce a very nice finish, but I didn't really fancy doing it on a full-size wing. I did it on the tail. I'll show you the tail. I did it on the tail surface, and the use of the polyurethane varnish, I think, keeps the vibrancy of the tissue quite a lot. I applied this because you've got a surface underneath. I had blue over the Doculam, orange over the Doculam. There's a slight overlap there. Now, what I've got on the wing, I've gone blue over the top of the orange, and obviously you've got a slight purple tint, but I'm just going to have to live with it. So this entire thing was covered using this technique, but I must admit I didn't enjoy it at all. And I didn't enjoy it because of the amount of time that you have to spend keeping an eye on it. You can, I got impatient at the end and started speeding things up a little by trying it out with the dryer. I mean, it's not really recommended. That's another part of the problem. You can see it wants to lift all the time, and that was what I discovered was happening. It was ripping, but it will. I'm just speeding it up so you can see. If you don't mess around like that, you can see here that you're starting to get a nice, it's going tight. It's pulled up there and buckled up. It's just awful. I do not like it as a technique. It takes forever. I'm going to show you the way I've done the wings, and it took me all morning and part of the afternoon to cover the tail with all the inbuilt disasters. But you can't, as you can see, you cannot, if you use the dryer, this is what happens. So you've got to be patient and you've got to leave it. And I'm not a patient chap. Hands up, that's the truth of the matter. This is the way I did the wings, and I think it's a much better method. However, it does involve using shrinking dope, and I know that's not everybody's cup of tea. simply because of the smell. But this is what you do. Pritt stick round the edge. You don't have to go mad, but Pritt stick where you want it to stick, round the outside. Apply the covering. Dry, obviously. Pull out the wrinkles that you can. Now I'm going to wrap it over the other side, trimming it off. Obviously this is rather rushed, but I wanted to demonstrate this and let you see it. I had promised a part 2 and the air went blue when I realised that I'd corrupted the files or lost the files. I'm not quite sure what I did, to be honest with you. But anyway, I'm putting some darts around the edge so you can fold it round. I'm basically treating it as if it's never been covered with Doculam. This is how you would just conventionally cover a model, a tissue model. Going around the edge. Some people use watered down PVA glue to do this part of the process. Apparently it gives a much more delicate sort of approach, so you could do that if you wished. Experiment, try it, see what happens. It's only by experimentation that we discover new things. Okay, so once the tissue's on, the next thing I do is I spray the surface with water. And then I'm going to shrink it by drying it out. Excuse the noise. You can see that it looks horrendous and you think this is never going to work. The heat doesn't affect the Doculam because the Doculam has a much higher shrinking temperature. I'll tell you about that in a second. There you go, that's a nice smooth finish ready for the application of the dough. Anyway, back to the temperatures. Somebody made a comment on the last video that I made by the name of Sut2910. That's the handle that he goes by. And he gave some interesting information. Doculam apparently seals at 327 degrees. You can tack it at 280 and it shrinks at 387. Now, the iron that I use doesn't have any digital readout on it, but I know some people like to use and do use a digital iron, so those figures might be helpful. What you will notice is they're much higher than conventional solar film and the like, so it's a lot more tolerant in terms of temperature. So once you've got it like that, the next thing is to use some shrinking dope. Now, this dope, the problem with it is obviously the smell. Well, two problems. The smell and availability for some people, because I know that in some parts of the world, it isn't readily available. So you might have to stick with and work with the polyurethane method, but it does take a lot longer and you need to be more patient than I am to do it. Very watered down. It's watered down to a ratio of about, well, it's more than 50-50. It's probably 60-40 thinners to dope. So you apply it Now remember what I said about the Doculam under here not being the best application. And you dry it out. And when you dry it out, you'll get a nice drum tight finish. Of course, the fumes are going all over the house now. And that's the way I covered the wings. And that is the technique that I would personally recommend. The dope method over Doculam is far more efficient, it's quicker, and it produces good results. You could always, once you've got it like that, you could always add a layer of matte varnish, polyurethane varnish or gloss varnish over the top if you wish to do so. I don't see any reason why not. But the proof of the pudding is in the finish, and I think you can see if I zoom back out, go around. It's a very satisfying technique. So you have the strength with the Doculam, very puncture resistant, extremely strong, very light. You're only talking about something that the stuff I'm using is 38 to 40 microns. You can actually get it thinner than that. And I think for a model up to maybe 60-inch wingspan, you could probably say that it's going to provide adequate strength. And then tissue over the top, you either have to purchase better quality tissues, what I would recommend, because this JP stuff is none too good. It'll do the job, but it's not the best. If I'd used a better quality tissue, I'm sure that the matte varnish technique would have worked well. You can see there, it's starting to dry and it looks good. But, you know, all this lot, I can't be doing with it. And you can see there, it doesn't really stick to the surface. Whereas I think the dough, it's a little bit stronger fit to, you know, it adheres to the Doculam. So my recommendation, for me, I'm going and I'm sticking with the dough. But I thought that would be a nice finish off to the part 1 video. Part 2, here we go. This is the Debutante with Doculam and tissue finish to give that vintage feel. Actually, the blue and the purpley blue doesn't look too bad together on that video, so I think I can live with it. Stick in, folks. Be creative. And if you don't mind, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, why not join the fun? Lots of building, lots of projects on the go, and when the weather permits, some fun flying at the field. Take care now. Bye.